Welcome to my Life Skills channel. According to the World Health Organization Report 2021, every year about 700,000 people commit suicide around the world. Isn't it gloomy? Yes, it is, because the lack of culture of optimism. That's why our today's topic is culture of optimism. Hello, I'm Nandini Das, academician, author. So now we'll discuss briefly what is optimism, actually what is the culture of optimism, and generally what happens when you lack it, and I'll give you 3 reasons why people lack the culture of optimism. Then I'll give you 6 best practices how to adopt the culture of optimism in your life. Actually, there was a survey by Indian National Bureau, and they found that it was held in the year 2020, and they found that about 34 students in India commit suicide every day. Each day they come about 34 students, they die by committing suicide. Now, with all these examples, you must understand that what is the culture of optimism and what is the outcome when there is no culture of optimism, right? So now what makes people to lack the culture of optimism? They are, number one is, the number one is like the thing that people pleasing nature. What people will say, always they try to please others. Number two is the culture of what to do but not how to do, or what to think but not how to think. And number three is, most of the time when you face a failure, majority of people will go to push you down to a hole, but few people they will come to lend a hand to come out of your failure. So all this type of, this is in your environment, this is in your culture, that leads to, this is lack of optimism, and this makes people to have lack of optimism, and that leads to either they commit suicide or they do something others, they do some harm to themselves and to others too. Now, how to get rid of these things? Now I'm going to, number one is how you will get rid of this. First of all, culture of optimism should be introduced in by education. It should be in the syllabus, in the curriculum of education, and religiously people should follow this, the optimism or creativity, because creativity makes you to think deeply, or to think critically. That's why this should be in the curriculum. Number two is, make the culture not to think what to think but how to think. For instance, people know this is the status quo. Your neighbors, your relatives, even in your family members, they do this at this age, at this age, at this age, then you have to do that. Then when some people they fail to do that, then they rescue to something which they shouldn't do, right? So how to think means, do what is right for you, but two things you have to keep in mind. One is it should be ethical, and two is it should be legal. Then there is no need to see that what others will say, what others will think, like that. Okay, then number three is some people be open minded. some people, what they do, they are open-minded for themselves, but they are close-minded for others. For instance, some people think that they can hit on anyone, but they become a moral police for others. So it's really time for them for self-reflection, isn't it? Now what you should do then, another thing is, people should develop an interest in technology. Why? Because nowadays we are living in the age of technology. For everything we need technology, so we should be we should have interest in technology. Now last but not the least, people should have should think, means they should be optimistic in their lives but not daydreaming. Because when you are optimistic in your life but you are not taking action to reach to your goal or to achieve something, then that is useless, that is fruitless. So how it will be fruitful? Then when you should have a goal, you should have your aim, and then you are acting to achieve that thing. So that is, you should have that optimistic feeling, then you can achieve something that will make you more optimistic. So now you know that actually what happens when there is a culture of lack of optimism, how harmful the outcome is. And now I told you that how to practice optimism in your life. So if you like this topic, don't forget to add your opinion. If you want to say more thing about it in the comment box, like, share and subscribe my channel. See you next time. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.